So I've heard some conflicting evidence on these pollinator houses. What is your take on whether putting these kinds of things in your yard will attract bees or help them with their babies?
I really love the idea of sort of naturally creating habitat and overwintering habitat for your bees. So you'd mentioned the ones with the little bamboo tubes. Those are going to be our mason bees and our leafcutter bees. And what I would do with that is if you have like a pollinator planting at your house, something with like a perennial plant with a hollow stem, what you can do is actually after you get as much winter interest out of it as you'd like, you can cut those and leave about 10 inches of that stem up there and it'll be hollow. And those will be great places for bees to nest in. Also things like having logs available and having areas with loose soil for all those mining bees to use are great ways to attract bees for habitat at your place. As far as the actual bee houses themselves, there is some controversy out there about them. So if you are interested in having one of those, I would do it for an educational and for a sort of therapeutic and enjoyable aspect. I would maybe put one and then observe it and enjoy it. Don't put tons of them all over the house to save the bees, but instead create some of those natural habitats where they're going to be able to do their own thing. The problem is you kind of cluster all of them in one spot, which means if something comes along that can parasitize them or a fungus gets in there or something like that, then all of the bees that are utilizing that house are going to suffer from that. But if there's multiple areas spread out across the property, then they'll have an opportunity to hang out in there and raise their young in there.